welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. Buckle up. There's football coming your way, and it's all up next.
It has been a season full of twists and turns, and it all reaches a crescendo here tonight as EA Sports so proud to welcome you to the marquee event of the NFL calendar, Super Bowl Sunday. The moment is upon us, and we've got what should be an epic one here, as it will be the AFC champion Las Vegas Raiders taking on the NFC champions. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. It's been a good season for them so far. They're just looking to keep that momentum going forward.
They like their record. Now they want to increase it. A win here could really get the momentum going in the right direction.
And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played. And his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Operating from the gun, McMullen. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Well, if those at home were wondering if we were going to see some offense in this Super Bowl, I think your answer was right there. Incomplete, but they take a big shot early.
Like the script. If they get the big play early, so much the better. But if nothing else, they send a message. They're going to be aggressive in this game.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. McMullen. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Sean McVay unhappy on the sidelines visibly. He's made the decision to reach for the red flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Winds up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one, as that now will wind up an incomplete pass. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Leonard, and he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. third down. It's Leonard, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
On first down, Leonard. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll run on first down. It's Leonard. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete, and touchdown! With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3-and-out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3-and-out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. McMullen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now a handoff up the middle. Livingston. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. McMullen. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That's taken on the 25. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Here's 2nd and 8. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, it's Leonard. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. Now a play fake here on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again, escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
On first down, Leonard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
He'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. They'll set up to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Some mistakes already in the first quarter. If he holds on to that one, first down.
Yeah, and I guarantee you that at least one defensive back out there has reminded him of that fact, trying to get into his head and hoping that'll affect him the rest of the game.
This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And how about the big boy, the D tackle there, feasting on the O-line, getting his squad 2 points.
The glory guys are the defensive ends and the outside linebackers. They create the pressure from the edge, but those big fellas inside that can collapse a pocket, sometimes they get rewarded too.
Extra round at the post-game buffet. And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Automatic first down.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Leonard. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. From 8 yards out. And the Raiders are on the board here in this Super Bowl. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Through one quarter, 9-7 our score. Welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year, Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter two. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line. Back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Leonard. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Leonard. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
3 catches for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. It's a 1st down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Up the middle they go. Leonard. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24. This is Brown going up the middle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 15-yard line. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Leonard. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. 1st down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. An inside give, Brown. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Flush to his right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A big chunk of real estate covered on the scramble, but it will be 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. Looking to throw. Flushed out right. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this one is incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Ethan Evans on now to punt. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. To throw from his end zone, McMullen. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on third down, McMullen. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. In motion right goes Allen. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. McMullen. He finds his target, Allen. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Back to throw again. Eluding the... And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Two minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. McMullen going up top. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great effort there. 46 yards. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 5. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half. Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. McMullen. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch. Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. 2nd and 5. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Back to throw. McMullen. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did. Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And his kick is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he comes back with one complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Back to throw now on first down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flushed out right. He finds his man, complete. That's Leonard. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And his guy's now just a 2-point conversion away from tying us up. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a 1-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for, with both these teams in it to win it. These two teams have had plenty of extra time to make their final adjustments, but time's just about up. The final half of the NFL season is upon us. So let's get it back out to our Super Bowl broadcast team. Here's Brandon and Charles.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the third quarter.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Leonard. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
On first down, Leonard. And it's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 90 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Leonard. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's third down. They'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Up the middle they go. It's Leonard. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll drop the throw. Escaping the pressure right. He finds his man complete. That's Leonard. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. He'll look to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So on fourth down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. And his kick here is good. And they have regained the lead. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Second and 4. Throwing right, and that's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Off the bootleg. McMullen. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
He'll look to throw. And the Raiders have got him. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
And they'll send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Now a handoff up the middle. Livingston. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. 3rd quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. McMullen looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fields. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. McMullen.
That is caught. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Looking to throw. McMullen. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. They'll look to throw here on first down. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the fourth quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll run on 1st down. Leonard, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Leonard, and he'll work this one up to about the 38.
104 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this Super Bowl. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Back to throw here.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Leonard, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Almost time for the final act of this NFL season as we are now through 3 quarters in the Super Bowl.
We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Folks, welcome back to the biggest stage in sports, the Super Bowl, and now we get down to the good stuff, the 4th and final quarter. And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi trophy as we begin the 4th and final quarter of action. Second and 13. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun. McMullen. Allen's got it complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up second down. Up the middle they go. Rudd. That one a first down pickup of 8. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Back to throw. McMullen. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up second down. Looking to throw. McMullen. Throwing left side, it's complete.
Fuck off.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense
God,
in the
this shit's
second
retarded.
half. Here's first and 10. A gain of 4 on the play, and it's a second down. Back to throw. McMullen. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Raiders have regained the lead in the second half of this Super Bowl. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 5. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
I fuck.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Okay.
Now back to throw. Dancing to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Leonard. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 34. Now a give right side. Leonard, a pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Holding offense.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
They'll set up to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Touchdown! A great play there with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl as his guys are able to regain the lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
All right, right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and throw for it. Eluding the pressure right. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the fourth. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And we're at the time in the Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Here's the Raiders punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game, 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Leonard. And the defense closes quickly there, and he'll get maybe a yard to the 33. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Second and 9 now. Being chased out left.
Oh,
big
no.
loss here as he's taken
Oh,
down.
no.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And taken right on the 30. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So now London down by 1. A little under 2.5 to go. A field goal wins the Super Bowl, but work to do here on 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive.
How do you not pick the ball off?
It appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down.
Oh,
second
because
and
it
short.
cheats.
I think they thought the
Shocker.
coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And the slot man goes in motion left. From the gun on 3rd down. McMullen. Pressure comes and down he goes. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
And that's his 3rd sack, and that ties a Super Bowl record. Makes me think of my old college teammate, Reggie White. He had 3 with the Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl 31. Darnell Dockett of Arizona, Super Bowl 43. And Coney Ealy, 3 sacks for the Panthers against Denver in Super Bowl 50.
All those sacks, they've only been an official record since Super Bowl 17. I know it's believed that L.C. Greenwood unofficially had 4 way back in Super Bowl 10.
Wearing those golden high tops as well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Leonard, and I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
They'll keep it on the ground. Leonard.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run.
And they are able to add on to their advantage. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
Now it's the Raiders' turn. Trailing in this one now. Just over 1:40 to play. And they have to have a touchdown to level this Super Bowl as they come up on 1st down. They'll look to throw.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
What a Super Bowl it's been to this point. Now a critical 3rd down here.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
What the fuck?
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
And to the right side here, it's Allen. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Here's 1st and 10.
Oh, and that is incomplete. Down to their final play. They've got to get in the end zone. That's part one. Part two, the two-point conversion.
Throw the two-point conversion right out of their mind. That's what they have to do. What you said is accurate. In the end zone, have to score a touchdown for that to even matter.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
Partner, what a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone, but ultimately couldn't execute that final snap to find the end zone.
Yeah, and they're going to walk away from this one, and you know what's going to go through their heads the entire time until they get to play again. If we could only have that final snap to do over one more time, maybe with a different play call.
Commissioner Goodell on the podium to make the presentation of the Lombardi Trophy to a very worthy franchise. On top of the world, they are your Super Bowl champions. So that'll do it for another remarkable season of the NFL on EA Sports. For my partner, Charles Davis, all of our crew, for all of you at home, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll do it all again come the fall. Till then, good night from the Super Bowl.
Passport stamp, let's do the money dance. Back in, call your friend, now we in friends. International man, tats on my hand. Take a trip with a pilot, I tell you when we land. You know I'm down with the whales, I be by the sand.